Lulu licked on lollipops while Larry lit a light. Luke likes. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the last time I'm doing that shit. Anyway, welcome to the Whatever We Want podcast.
No.
It's your boy, you can call me Jazz or Super Jazz, SJJ.
Super Jazz.
As nature intended. SJJT, whatever you want, what have you, and the like. And of course, as always, I am joined by the other host of the show.
Oh, you guys know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublimely magnificent Big Ugly himself, Omari Ellis, Feo Grande on YouTube, sometimes referred to as Pete on this show. I'm good too.
All right, everybody. Like I said, this is the Whatever We Want podcast, where we do just that. We talk about whatever we want. We do not lead this conversation. This conversation leads us, and we let these chips fall where they resolutions.
But we ain't got New Year's resolutions, okay?
Let these chips fall where they may.
Every Wednesday.
What's going on? So I got a question for you, Pete.
All right.
How is the weather currently in Orlando?
Rainy. There was a tornado warning today.
Okay, so you might have us beat for shittiest weather. I just knew we had a one up on y'all.
Oh, probably afterwards. I mean, it's probably really cold up there. Like, I'd say maybe 20 something, maybe 10.
Well, I didn't drive at all today. I'm off from work.
Okay.
So I didn't drive at all today. I worked yesterday, off today. So yeah, we were all yesterday at work talking about, oh shit, it's supposed to be a snowstorm hitting. Snowstorm didn't hit, but it rained all day. And the rain kept on raining and raining from yesterday to most of today, to the point where when I walked over to the store, not a few feet from where I'm staying, and it was just all flurries and storm, whatever shit, trying to hit me in the face. And I was like, I just want chips and a soda, goddammit. So yeah, and the snow ain't sticking, but it is pretty shitty outside. And you want to talk about afterwards, the weather Saturday, this Friday and Saturday, is supposed to get down to 0 and actually even below.
Nice. Classic, good old Midwestern weather.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, they're down here. I had someone at work tell me it's going to get as low as 30 something next week.
For like a day, probably, too.
A couple days.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Make sure you got your windbreaker. Fuck.
That's about all you're going to need.
Meanwhile, I'm walking out with my big motherfucking winter coat with the like fur around the hood, looking like fucking parka. And I'm walking down this shit and still like,
oh yeah,
bracing for impacts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, you ain't got no fucking heat in your car. You fucked. I'm so glad I got me a place right now with heat in it. I don't know. You said that one of the main reasons you stayed in Orlando was to get away from the fucking the bad weather.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't it get chilly in Orlando though?
It might get as low as 30 degrees next week, Jazz. That's about as
That's funny.
That's about as chilly as it gets. I'm not sure if you consider 30 chilly. I consider 30 cold.
Chilly-ish.
Yeah, see, I consider something literally called freezing. I consider 30 something literally called freezing to be cold. Personally, I consider the 40s and shit to be chilly as well. Yeah, but I was always not good with cold when I was up there, or whether I was up there or down here. I don't like the cold.
32 is freezing, so 30 is below freezing. So technically, if it rained, y'all could get like some ice sleep type whatever shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I said, meanwhile,
it ain't snowing down here. It don't snow down here. That wasn't the question I was answering.
Of course not, right. Technically, meanwhile, you'll be dealing with 30, and like I said, this weekend, I'm gonna be dealing with below fucking 0.
Yep.
I bet you haven't had to use, or anybody around you haven't had to use a fucking ice scraper for your windshield probably in forever.
I sure haven't. Um, I won't say forever because some of them may have because there's different. Not everybody in Orlando was born in Orlando. Some were born in places more north of Florida that do get colder. Not cold like Midwest cold, but still cold enough to get ice on your window.
Really?
I
Because
mean,
I had to scrape. I mean,
nothing is to the degree of the Midwest. You usually go, oh, you're like, oh, ice, never scrape ice off the window. Yeah, I'm sure someone's had to scrape ice off their window. Now, is it like 3-inch thick ice that you got to hammer at for like 5 hours? No.
well,
But
it ain't. Hopefully, it don't get that bad this week.
but it ain't, yeah.
Hopefully,
But
it don't get that bad this week.
yeah, apparently up near your Pensacola area and stuff, you're top of Florida, you still get cities that get snow and shit. But it's still rare.
I didn't know any part of Florida got snow. I'm not even.
I mean, it's still rare, but it happens. It's known to happen. I don't think I've heard anybody claim it was snowing down here where I am since like 2005, and even then it was the news, and their only proof was them pointing the camera at the street light. You could see the flurries fly through. Them shits melted the second they hit the ground.
Of course, it didn't stick, right?
I'm like, oh, flurries, you have to point a camera, you have to look at the street light to see. And you're calling this snow. Okay. And they ain't seen nothing even like that since. I think it hailed once. It's hailed a few times. Just not snow.
Like fairly warm hail? Like the weather's fairly warm and the hail?
Yeah. Huh. It's weird. It came with like the rain and stuff, just with hail. But even then, I've seen hail more times down here than I have snow.
That would be weird to me for it to be fairly warm and hailing. What was I gonna say? The reason why I asked did it get chilly though, because I remember years ago when we went to LA and I was surprised at how fucking LA at night actually got pretty fucking chilly.
LA is cold. I don't know why they try to make it seem like it's all sunshine and rainbows over there. I went there the past summer, 2023. It was like 100 something down in Orlando. It's like 60 degrees in LA, and I'm like, what
that
the
shit
fuck?
was the weirdest shit in the world.
This is California in the summertime.
It's been so long since I've been there, but it was like because I remember one of the family friends, rest in peace, love that lady. But when we went over there to visit her years ago, when I was like 15, and we were hanging out, and she brought a hoodie. I think maybe my mom did, but of course, me and Ibn, shout out to Big Bro. We were younger, we didn't know anyway. We thinking California in the summertime, so we didn't bring a hoodie. During the day, it was great. Nighttime, it was chilly as fuck. We were like, what the fuck is this? We're in LA.
Yeah, it was like 50 something at like 6 in the morning. And like I said, and still, we just went over whether or not 50's cold. I'm not saying 50's cold. But when it's in the middle of June and you're right next to the fucking ocean in California, Southern California, not even Northern California, like, San Fran or San Diego or any of that shit. Nah. In SoCal, and it's 50 degrees in the morning in the middle of June/July, and it's 100 degrees elsewhere in the country, and I'm like, how the fuck? They're like, oh yeah, I'm like, and it ain't humid out here? No, there's a lot of humidity. The ocean's right there. What do you mean there's no humidity? What? We got the ocean next to us, and it's humid as shit. Midwest got a river and it's humid as shit.
I was gonna say Mississippi River, St. Louis get humid as fuck because the river is shit.
How the fuck y'all ain't get humid off the ocean? That's why there ain't no water on that side of the country, weather-wise. Not talking about the quality of water in like any city specifically. I'm just talking about the fact that there's a lot of desert land over there. You look out the airplane and all you see is red.
Yeah, because the brick in the ground and all that shit. I mean, not the brick, the like, you know what I mean? The crack, the rock thing.
Rocks.
That's what I yeah. Well, I said
The soil.
I said cracked rock. Soil was the word. I said cracked rock. You corrected me with the word that I said as I said it. I said cracked rock. I said that. Not to be confused with the drug. Anyway, so
Yeah, crack rock is white from what I heard. Actually, is it? Well, according to C
White
Murder,
critters.
according to C Murder in the song Ghetto Dope, if you overcook your dope, it might come out brown and the fiends gonna run your ass clean out of town. And then he proceeds to tell you step by step how to make crack from cocaine.
You being dead serious?
Yes. The next line after the fiends gonna run your ass clean out of town is fuck that, I'm about to put my soldiers in the game and tell you how to make crack from cocaine. 1. And then he starts going through.
Wait, what's the name of this song?
Ghetto Dope. Mama made me make crack like this. Master P and No Limit.
No.
Ghetto
Lyric.
Dope. You got
Ghetto D.
yeah, it's like he puts it, in rap form, makes shit rhyme. Like instead of buy cocaine, he says look for the nigga with the whitest snow.
Okay. Say.
Do you want me to tell you? Because I can tell you the
You-
majority
you-
of it.
You
But I
remember the
didn't know if
lyrics?
we wanted to
I'm about to read
be.
them.
I didn't know if we wanted to be putting that on, our podcast that get like flagged and put on a list because we're out here telling people how to make crack from cocaine on a thing. But no, if you got it in front of you,
fucking
you
tells
can
you.
read
Holy
it. I
shit.
told you. He said he talked
I thought he was
about
gonna skate
measuring
around
it
it for-
out. What
I thought he was gonna skate
ratio
around it for
to
artistic
use.
license.
What
thought
ratio?
it was-
No, he puts artistic license on it when he with the set with number 2 being don't buy from a nigga that you don't know. Like, okay, that's not
You heard
necessarily
this
part
song
of that.
because you fucking like I'm reading these lyrics. You know these lyrics very well. How many times you heard this shit?
It's Master P and the boys back in the day. No Limit.
But that's like
Make
that's
your
like
way
if
to
I
the
started-
kitchen where the stove be. Get the baking soda. And got the heat. Get the triple beam. Measure up your dope. Mix 1 gram of
bubbling
soda
soup.
every 7 grams of Coke. Measure shake it up till it bubbles up and get harder. Stick the tube in some ready-made cold water. Twist the bitch like a knot while it's still hot, and watch that shit rock and rise to the fucking top. Now your cocaine powder is cracked. Nigga, I hope you strapped because you might get jacked. Get ghetto dope. Me crack like this. Ghetto dope.
Everybody, I just read the lyrics as he said them. He said them word for word, and I'm not just saying that. 'cause
My
he's
phone
friend.
rang, I picked it up. I need some weight. Say what you need. Silk, about a couple of cakes. I had it all in the powder, but it ain't no thing. Give me a couple of the house, I have it all in the can. And then other lame silk rap shit.
Yeah, everybody. He said that shit word for word. That's why I was like, you like his Master P back in the day when they were hot, but this wasn't a single.
Make crack like this. See, I heard that song before I heard the original. Maybe make them clap to this.
Yeah, that's how
The thing
Eric
they
did.
sampled it. The thing they sampled it from, I heard make crack like this before that, but I didn't realize what those words were until I got into like college and just was like trying to put some shit on my MP3 player back in the day. It was like, I remember this song. Make crack like this, yeah. And then I was like, and then one day I'm just listening. And I'm like, because I always knew he would be like, one milk on a nigga with the white snow, but I wasn't paying no attention until one day I was, and then I just heard him go, but fuck that, I'm gonna tell you how to make crack from cocaine. 1. And I'm like, wait, listen, this dude literally said mix 1 gram of soda every 7 grams of Coke. Like
I mean, you said it anyway, but I'm reading the lyrics as you said. This dude straight up like tells you in rhyme form, and it sounds dope. But he tells you the exact instructions and fucking recipe of how to do this shit.
Yeah, he said, fuck that, I'm about to put my soldiers in the game and tell you. He also says earlier, he once went to jail for having rocks up in his jeans, but nowadays he'd be too smart for the tags. See, Murder be known for keeping rocks up in a Skittles bag. Yeah. I don't think it matters. I think if the cops search your car, they're gonna search the Skittles bag too. But he thinks putting his rocks in a Skittles bag is gonna keep them from finding them rocks when they look for
How many
them.
times have you heard these songs to know these lyrics as well?
Master P was famous when I was a kid.
Me too, motherfucker. We not, that far apart
So
in age.
if it gets put on like, playlist and MP3 list and shit that randomly get played a lot over the course of your life, you're gonna hear it a lot.
People in my house wasn't bumping Master P like that, or people in my friend circle.
I had some cousins that were really into
No
Limit. No Limit was their thing, and thus it became my thing. I'm not gonna be like, I was never I've never been able to list any rapper's catalog out there, so don't think I'm that much of a head whenever I do, even if I do say I'm a fan of somebody. Like, I don't know all of Master P's albums. I know maybe a couple, but I don't know a lot. You know what I mean? But the ones that I heard a lot. And then, you had your hits, your Bout It, you Make Them Say Us. I got
That's
the hook up. I'll let you hear me. How you do that there?
Right.
Young Bleed.
God damn, that's crazy though. I mean, have you heard 10 Crack Commandments by Biggie?
Heard? Biggie, yes. Do I have it nearly as much of a... No.
Biggie basically breaks down like not how to make crack,
but how to sell it successfully.
Yeah, like how you should go about selling it and everything that you should do and all that shit about how to like not get fucked around and all that shit. Yeah,
I've heard Fiend's song "Don't Fuck Around" or "Don't Mess Around," but the chorus says "Don't mess it." You don't remember Fiend?
Fiend.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you said the first time. Fiend. So Fiend. It was a rapper named Fiend.
Yeah, it was. There might have been a word with Fiend, but Fiend was definitely the word. Wasn't his name? He was also No Limit. He had a song called "Don't Fuck Around" or "Don't Mess Around," where he's like, "You see, I don't fuck around. I don't even have to say it, 'cause all the G's around my way know that I don't play, nigga. You see, I don't fuck around. I don't even have to say it."
It says that he went by Fiend or International Jones. Does that sound?
I remember Fiend clearly. I don't remember International Jones. It ain't like I followed the man's career. I know he showed up on a bunch of No Limit ensemble pieces. You know what I mean by that? Because No Limit loved to have songs where like 5 or 6 other niggas.
They threw everybody on damn near every fucking every fourth song. They had at least 6 people on that bitch.
I'm pretty sure Fiend is in Make 'Em Say
P exercising this right, exorcism busting out the expedition. The signs of pressure, no mission. There's a stare, no limit, mercenary. No telling how bad it get, because the worst of their air. I heard you not to worry. They intimidated by the round that a tank shoot.
First off, Fiend, who isn't intimidated by the round that a tank shoot? It's a fucking tank.
Oh, the round that a tank.
They intimidated by the round that a tank shoot.
Yeah. So am I. So are you. It's a goddamn tank.
If somebody come up with a tank on your ass, like, man, please. Like, okay, bullshit.
Yeah.
Lil Fiends still want the greens, the cornbread and the cabbage in the hood. Reminding you bitches of who the baddest, dropping the baddest.
That's him. So yeah, he was in Make 'Em Say
Is the song possibly called "I Won't Be Denied"?
No.
Okay.
There's a song called "Don't Mess Around," aka where the chorus says "Don't fuck around." And I know that he was in Make 'Em Say You would probably recognize him more from Make 'Em Say than you would any of his other shit.
Make 'Em Say is Master P featuring Silk the Shocker, Mia X, Fiend, and Mystical.
Okay.
And of course, everybody knows the one that stole the show was Mystical. Obviously, Mystical is non grata at the moment, but Mystical was.
You can be a good rapper and a terrible human being.
Well, clearly.
I'm just saying, acknowledging one thing about somebody doesn't mean you don't acknowledge anything else about them. Both can be objectively true statements.
Clearly. Because in this case, it is true. Yeah. So clearly. But yeah, okay. Well, here we go. Don't mess around, fiend. I've never heard of this song.
I thought the song was funny when I was young.
Yeah, don't fuck around. I don't even have to say because all the G's around my way know that I don't play. Okay. My mind already made.
A fiend calling the
Calling the
shots.
shot. My nine already engraved. We got to ride. We got the ride that's hot.
Niggas done got too hot in my neighborhood, so I'ma chill a minute, let the whatever he says there. It's
Make the flavor good.
Yeah, make the flavor good. It's understood. Just gots to eat. Parentheses. I'm hungry. The ad libs in the background is hilarious to me. Like that's what made like college. Going back and remembering songs that I like only like knew the chorus of from my cousins listening to them. That ended up on like those MP3 playlists and shit. So, but yeah, hearing the shit in the background, like it's just random ad libs and shit in the background, has made it funny to me. Just like that shit where he's like, "This nigga got eating, just got background. I'm hungry."
Yeah, this is some good ass shit right here. I'm gonna handle my business on these trifling streets. My rifle keeps my mind at ease all times, along with a blunt helps commit all crimes. My style, bringing the whole, put me into crack. My paper stack, even though I did erase the black. Damn, like this is some hood ass shit.
Erase the black.
So you say next I done bought me some plastic Glocks. And teach my little
homies how to sell a bag of rocks.
Jesus. I'm gonna be some say I'm just like God. Maintain my respect with my AK
shotty. Don't know no karates, but I got some hands and skills. Cause these days it's either kill, murder skills, ready to do what I gotta. And something. But yeah, it's a fun song. And the chorus.
You see, I don't fuck around. I don't even have to say.
I like his voice. I think is why I like the rapper.
I
like
never heard
his
of
voice.
Him,
You have heard the dude.
I said I've never heard of dude.
You've heard of him too. Because he didn't make him say
But no, that doesn't mean I heard of him. That means that Make Him Say came along and I didn't give a fuck to really care who that was. That's what that means. No offense, I'm just being honest. It's like
you don't remember him, but you heard of him.
No,
he's
because
clearly
it's like,
in a song you know.
No, because it's like, do you remember? Okay, so back in the day with Bedrock, right? Call me Mr. Flintstone, I can make your bedrock girl, right? With Young Money was starting to pop off from Lil Wayne, right?
Okay, I've heard of it. I don't know who did it. I don't remember the guy's name, but I've heard of him.
No, but it's like Lil Wayne, right? Lil Wayne popped it off. Now Young Money gave us Drake and Nicki Minaj, right? And Tiger Blue later. But most people don't remember who the fuck Gutta Gutta was. So you heard Gutta Gutta, but you don't really know his name.
Is Gutta Gutta the Bedrock guy?
No, Gutta Gutta has a verse in there. The Bedrock dude was Lloyd. Lloyd had a career before that.
Oh shit! I thought you were talking about the guy that sang the song. Because I was gonna be like, I've heard of him because I recognized the song, but I don't remember the motherfucker. Those are different things. I remember his song more than I remember him, but I definitely heard of him.
No, like I said, Lloyd had a career before fucking Bedrock. So.
Well, it don't matter. I don't know his career before Bedrock either.
You know Lloyd, man. What
yeah, clearly I've heard of him. I've heard the song Bedrock. Do I remember him? No.
What I mean is if I didn't give a fuck to pay attention to who the person was, it's almost like I didn't really hear your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, technically you did. But you didn't remember him. That's fine.
But I definitely heard the man's voice, yeah.
Yeah.
But also back in the day, wasn't nobody being like, oh shit, is that the new speed track?
To further support your point, like again, I'm not surprised you don't remember the name. I'm just like, you've heard his stuff. That's all I was saying. Yeah, I didn't realize that was that "Don't Fuck Around" and the verse on "Make 'Em Say" was the same motherfucker till college anyway. Until I heard him say, "Lil Fiend still want the greens, the cornbread, and the cabbage," and I'm like, Fiend. Oh, that makes sense. It does sound like the same dude.
No, I got it. No. This was Gutta. Hey, she don't wonder because she know she bad, and I got a nigga grocery bag. You don't remember that lyric?
I don't know what song it's from, but I've heard someone quote it. Yes.
That was the one line that everybody was like, "Really, dog? Really?" Because that was when everybody was doing the whole "it's wet ocean" and all that rhyming.
Yeah, you say something and then a word that goes
instead
with
of
it.
like a or as a or I'm in a.
Yeah, you just
Reminds me of yeah. Like my head ringing, cell phone, shit like that. So he said, "I got a grocery bag." Like I got her in the bag. But that line got infamous. I got a grocery
shot
bag.
Alex Kennedy, AK. Just because you're putting things together. I don't know anybody named Alex Kennedy, but you would shoot somebody with an AK.
They tried to pretend like I wasn't essential just because my roots go back in history, but I'm a Corvette Kennedy.
Was that in a Corvette? Wait, was it?
Yeah.
Was it literal in red?
How the fuck I make a really tasteless joke and you somehow made one that was
no? I thought I was about to try to make I'm trying to make connections to shit. I was like, wait, maybe that's what they're referencing because I don't know.
No, the Corvette is black, though. Okay. I think it's black.
I thought it was not red, but
it's not
like,
red. Definitely not red.
Okay,
definitely not red. I just couldn't believe, like, because I made the joke about, Kennedy. Yeah.
John F. Kennedy did a lot of things. He did a lot of things, and, he is missed by a lot of people. So respect to John F. Kennedy. We can make references to things without being disrespectful. So that's what we do. There. Well, we covered ourselves. Yes. We covered ourselves for more tasteless jokes. Disclaimers. It's fine.
What the?
You know what I'm drinking right now? Drinking some alcohol.
All the alcohol. What the fuck? I don't know. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking.
Oh, I was joking when I said all the alcohol. You really are drinking some alcohol, though.
Oh, yes. Shit. So my friends for Garbage Day, I mentioned Garbage Day before, they decided to get a joke bottle. I'm covering the label so they don't get mad at me, but they named it after an actual brand of thing because it's a parody based off of something I said when I was mad. You can kind of see the me face on it. But Platinum Terrible. Apparently I did a rant one day talking about something, and I used the term insert whiskey company here. It's Platinum Terrible. Like, oh yeah, because I don't know if this is bottle number 55. So and so's Platinum Terrible. And then so they made a custom blend by taking a lot of things from that maker, putting it into a bottle, making their own blend, and calling it blah blah's Platinum Terrible. Have me on it. They made a whole custom label. This whole shit has references to me. It was hilarious. And then they told me they got 2 more bottles because they made 3 labels in case they fucked up applying it. I was like, well, I don't have to hesitate to drink this.
So they mixed a whole bunch of different ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was people from the Bourbon Quest that I mentioned on here. Fluffles. I think I said Bitterwood and Neoteca. Fluffles, Bitterwood, and Neoteca. The 3 of them. They were on the trip. And they went. No, not the roommate. I would have just said roommate. Yeah. Roommate and his wife, or roommate and the missus. I would have just said them. It was the other 3 on the Bourbon Quest.
Okay, as a non-drinker, right? You tell me, does that fucking taste good when you mix a whole bunch of different bourbons together?
It can. See, here's the thing. And here's the thing, and part of another reason, and a joke that they put on here that kind of will sum this up for you about whatever's Platinum Terrible. Blended in the outskirts of Orlando, this is made for those who like to drink bourbon and say it tastes like bourbon.
Which is definitely what you said.
So
shout out to your friends for knowing you. Shout out to them for knowing you and going through all that trouble just for a dumb inside joke.
So if it's good, well, they have a shit ton. of bourbon bottles at the house. See, now they're connoisseurs of the bourbon, which I kind of touched on in the Bourbon Quest episode, but I'll bring it back up and remind the folks here who may not have seen that. They're connoisseurs of the bourbon. I'm an alcohol drinker. I prefer your, fruitier, more flavorful drinks. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of because I spent a good part of my 20s going to parties and just kind of being I'll drink what you got. I'm willing to try anything. And so when my friends got into bourbon, I had to get into it too. I only have a few. I have about, not counting the Platinum Terrible, even though it's called Platinum Terrible, it's fine. It tastes pretty solid. For considering it's a bunch of bourbons mixed together, I can't complain. Aside from, it tastes like a good bourbon. It doesn't taste like shit. I'm clearly drinking it. You know what I mean? But there are some that because of the way bourbon's made, to just go with you or whatever, because you have to follow such strict making rules for it to qualify as bourbon. Like, it has to be 51% corn, it has to be so-and-so, and all of this. There's going to be a level of samitude to all of the bourbons, especially when you're not allowed to add additive flavors to your bourbons. All the bourbon's flavor has to come from the barrels you put it in. That said, that also because no two trees are exactly the same down to a genetic level. Even bourbons made in the same batch, like if they're from 3 different barrels, those 3 barrels are all going to taste differently. Because whatever quality's in the wood, whatever sap or whatever's in the wood that gets soaked up and taken out when the barrels expand and contract with the weather over the months, which helps make Kentucky even more of an ideal place because it gets all 4 seasons.
So Kentucky having negative whatever degrees is probably more beneficial than...
because you don't have to control bourbon. You don't. You leave it outside and you let the elements do what they're going to do. In the cold, the barrel will contract. In the heat, it will expand. And when it contracts, it gets soaked in the wood. When it expands, it comes out. But it goes from being a white or almost clear color to the color that you see here. That's where it comes from, the wood. Over the 10 to 15 years, or I think it's like 5 minimum, then like 10, 15. If you have a 20-year-old thing, boy, 80% damn near of that barrel is probably empty by the time that happens, because you lose a lot. It's the angel share, if you will. They've been drinking it over the years.
So you're drinking the dirty bathwater of barrels.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, don't put it like that. I mean, it is what it is. You'd be surprised how much the stuff that you eat. Do you know there are people who eat pig intestines?
They have the same color as us. No, well, I forever will say I respect what Chitlins has done for our people. Seriously, because Chitlins, Chitlins came up in slavery times when they were throwing out all the stuff. People did that food, so they basically took the ears and the snoots.
Oh, I'm aware of the origins of soul food.
And the intestine, cleaned it, all that shit. So I respect what they did for our people. They gave our people a chance to live longer.
Notice I didn't down talk the ears of the feet.
But I'm just saying, no. But I to this day, as a 33 and about a month and a half year old man, as a black man, as a cook, I would damn near try everything at least once. But to this day, I still have not tried chitlins. I cannot get past the smell.
I am not going to sit here and say that I've never tried chitlins, because I am older than you. Hold on. Because I am older than you, I can't say that I've never tried chitlins. I will say that if I ever did, it was before I met you. So I was super duper young, and at that point, it wasn't my choice to try them. But I didn't want to try chitlins. Again, the smell is terrible. And then I got older and found out why it smells that bad. And I'm like, fuck no.
Because the fact that it's intestines, no matter how much you clean them, and I've had some old school people who know what they doing say you gotta clean the fuck out of them, which of course you do, but they like you better clean them bitches. And no matter how much you clean that shit, it's still going to fucking leave your whole fucking place smelling like shit because it is the tunnel for shit. So, but like I said, I respect you. I can't get past the smell.
No, I am not. I can't picture myself willingly eating chitlins.
That's why every time I talk about chitlins to people, I always put that disclaimer. I respect what they did for our people, and I am, forever indebted to the ingenuity of our people and but I can't. I need to one day I would try them. And that's why a lot of people say, yeah, man, but you gotta load them up with some seasoning and then load them up with some hot sauce and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I feel you.
Now, something with a little more variety amongst its things and something that my roommate and I became more akin to liking is rum. Rum has a bit more variety. I don't know. We haven't been to like a bunch of rum breweries like we did with Bourbon Quest, so I don't know a lot about the refinement process for it. But I know that for the past 4, I think it started in 2020, and we've done it each year since. So 2020, 21, 2, 3.
4 years.
We've done the rum advent calendar. 24 days of rum. It's it's little bottles that have enough for 2 people to taste. And it comes with 2 rum glasses as well. But each day is a rum from a different country around the world. And we take it out and we kind of rank them as we go, and we have a rum ruler as we eventually started. We dubbed it after the first time, the rum ruler, just to be like, oh, this is a good rum, this is a bad rum, if it's from here to here, da-da-da. And then we've had rum ruler version 2, 3, 4. Had some good rums this year. 2022 was not a satisfying rum calendar. It almost
it's always different rum in the calendar.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you'll get repeat not offenders, but sometimes you'll get repeat countries, but not necessarily the same rum for those countries. But like 2022 had about 3 or 4 that were. There's this rum brand called Plantation. It's pretty much a mainstream kind of like rum. You just go to any Total Wine and get it. Yeah, I know it's called Plantation, but it is what it is.
I have a funny story about that. The Plantation reminds me of a funny story whenever you finish. I know that's an interesting segue. But, yeah.
But it was like, really? I can go get this at Total Wine. Where's this in the rum calendar? But that was about it for that year. And the worst one from that year, I think, was still the worst. I think we have one that was worse this year. I'd have to get up and go look at the rum ruler, though, to remember what it's called. But we had some good ones that we found through there, so that's always fun. But there's more variety with the rums. But if you are someone who's not drinking and obviously you don't want to get into drinking, I would not suggest bourbon as your first thing to drink, especially for the pinky out connoisseurs, the higher the proofage, the better. And and proof, is based off of the alcohol content of it. If your thing is 80%, if your thing is 80%, 40% alcohol, it's 80 proof. Like that, you know what I mean? So if I have something that is, 45% alcohol, like this is 90 proof. Yeah. This here, 107, 53% alcohol. This thing I got at the Jack Daniel's brewery, this Tennessee Tasters.
Over half of that bottle is alcohol content.
Yes, whatever you're drinking, at least half of it's alcohol.
Which means you had 2 shots, you're going to be feeling something.
This Blanton's is 93, so 46%. And then this one, the thing I got, which isn't a bourbon, but a rye whiskey, the Jim Beam single barrel proof rye.
Jack Daniels.
Did I say Jim Beam?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Jack Daniels. We went to Jim Beam while we were up there too.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Daniels. This is 129 proof.
Trying to do my bad. Like 60 something.
64.5.
Jesus Christ! You have one shot, you're gonna be fucked up.
That said, or depending on who you are, but
You're gonna be feeling something. I'll put it
that
that
said, this is probably the best tasting of the ones I have.
Basically, there's
Now,
no way.
rum, that's not necessarily the case.
I was gonna say basically, there's no way that me being this close to 33 and never having been drunk and not drinking and all that shit. There's no way. If I drank that 64.5% shit, if I drink like one shot, I'm gonna be fucked up.
Oh yeah, you pow right in the kisser. But there's other stuff like your wine coolers and stuff that's like 10-12%, and those things are more fruity and on the side of trying to taste good in the literal sense, as opposed to the it tastes better because it's more pure.
And that's when people say like that. I just want to drink to just kind of clear my head a little bit, just relax, whatever. Like you're not fucked up. You just feel you just feel a little better.
I have a friend that swears by taking a shot or two before they do their tournament brackets to take the edge off of the nerves for them.
I can see that
And
working.
then I've seen plenty of people in the fighting game community that go a bit harder. Well, not hard, because I think they wouldn't be able to function if you're on hard drugs, but your weeds and stuff.
I can see that working,
tons of
because
those.
I mean, you have to play a game where you have to be anything you got to get in front of people is already nerves just in the first point, and then you have to do something where you got to be in front of people and you have to be like on, and there's a lot riding on it, and depending on what level you are, your fucking career and livelihood is riding on the shit. So I can see people being like, I need to calm the fuck down. I need to calm the fuck down. I need to calm the fuck down. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, ain't no shame in that game. Plantation reminded me of this.
Anyway, Plantation reminded
me of. So I'm at work. This was months ago. I'm at work, and I don't remember what I work in the kitchen, which I've said several times, and a lot of times, pretty much every kitchen I worked in, they allow you to play music. So we were playing something, and I don't remember what the hell was playing. Shit, maybe it was like The Way You Do the Things You Do. Maybe it was My Girl. Maybe it was Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Basically, the artist.
So Temptations.
That I'm naming, and there's one woman who happened to be white, but she said, and I heard her the first time. I'm going to preface. I heard her right the first time, but I said, there's no way she said that shit. You know how you hear somebody, you're like, there's no way you said that. And that shit was playing, and she said, who is this?
Ooh.
The Plantations? And I said, I'm sorry, what'd you say? Is this The Plantation? And by the third time, because I said, no, wait, what? And I said, and then, of course, I proceeded to tell everybody.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
So the funny thing is, nobody in there heard her say that but me. But everybody in there knows that she said that because I told. Who is this? First off, who doesn't know who made the songs I just named?
That's
Second off, of all the names that you can say, the Plantations.
I don't know who wouldn't know the Temptations, but if I were to describe them, that person you mentioned may fit the description of a lot of folks who would do that. Now,
like I said, white woman definitely.
Yeah, but there's plenty of white people that know the Temptations, so I don't want to just
There's
be
plenty
like,
of people who are from any walk of life. They could be white. They could be Arabic. They could be Latino. They could be Asian.
Was she old or was she young?
I will tell you, I don't know her exact age, but I would tell you her like age group. But because you feel like you might be able to know, you tell me what you think she was.
Well, I think it would be for the narrative we're painting here. For me, it'd just be funnier if she was older. But if she was younger, I could actually make sense that she wouldn't know what the Temptations are. I've had kids at work that make me angry with what they don't know all the time.
So where are you
I'm gonna
landing?
say older just because I want it to be funnier.
This woman is in her late 40s.
Okay.
so any more excuses? Because that's not. She ain't got no.
No, it
fucking-
wasn't an excuse. That's what I'm saying. It'd be funnier if she was older.
Yeah,
It'd be
and
more
it definitely-
excusable
that
if she
is
was
what made it
younger.
funnier. Because I also work with people who are, some of the hosts and whatnot. I work with people who are, 16 and 17. If they would have said it, it would have been like, baby, no, but it wouldn't have been as what the fuck.
Like, plantations, really now? Really?
I also would be wondering how in the fuck a 16-year-old would really know the word plantation like that. Not that they wouldn't have heard
I
it.
mean,
Not that they wouldn't have heard it, but plantation seemed like that word kind of got phased out of our vocabulary just in the collective zeitgeist
in
of like
America, like
popular.
plantations
Well, yeah,
still
that's what-
exist. It's not. I don't think it has to be slavery ran to be a plantation.
that's true. No, that's true. But just words just are given unfair connotations because of the history of this.
Oh yeah. Speaking of words that or pronunciations of words that are given bad connotations because of the history around them.
Speaking of pronunciation, go ahead.
Did I tell you about the high school prospect out of Indiana for a college football? Or he's still in high school, but he's a football prospect, the white linebacker.
Oh Lord, no, I don't know where this is going.
Well, his first name is Noah. His last name, I'm going to spell it for you, and you can tell me how you think it's pronounced.
Is it BLAZK? No, I'm joking.
K-N-I-G-A.
KNIGGA.
Yep.
I heard that right.
Yep.
That's either nigga or nigga. One of the two, like.
Right? I mean, I'll tell you what society has already decided it is. But apparently it's pronounced Kanega. Yeah, it's not. No one's gonna pronounce it Kanega. I'm sorry. I've already seen people interviewing the coach. His dad is apparently the coach of his high school because before the family went on with, because Robert Griffin, once the family went viral, Robert Griffin III had them on his podcast to ask them how to pronounce it, and they're like, well, there's a song about people in Paris. Yeah, we've never been to Paris.
That's
So, and I think they said Kanega, but he had to ask them a second time, even when they said it. Like, people are just going, and like I said, I saw someone interviewing the high school coach where people were like, wait, how deep does this go? Because the first thing they just saw was like, Noah Kanega, or Kanega declares from Western Virginia. Like, what? I'm like, no, that can't be his name. And someone responded to the whole Kanega thing. They're like, I know a knight with a knife that has no knowledge of this, so being pronounced this way. Like, yeah, it probably is pronounced that way, but because one of them's getting famous, it's like, we're going to have to try and at least change up the pronunciation. If not, because we're not changing the spelling.
They better put on the back of his jersey Noah K.
Nah, put it on there. You know me. Put it on there. Put it on there the way it's spelled. Put it on there.
You know how many black people are gonna want that jersey just because?
Yes! It's
that's
marketing
funny
genius.
as fuck. That's funny as shit. They're gonna be like, yeah, bro, I'm that Kanega.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're like, I may not be able to do this, but I know a Kanega who can. You know what I'm saying? There's already things. And by the way, apparently the dude is good at basketball too, because his high school team won some tournament and he was the MVP for his high school team. And his sister also was the high school MVP for her basketball team. That's right, there's two of them. There's two of them that might be into sports.
There's
you know
nothing.
a Dave Chappelle sketch about the family. This is about the closest anyone got in the Niggar.
Yeah.
This is the
And they were all white,
Knigga. White family name.
But you're talking about it, but there's nothing special about a Kanega that can play basketball. I couldn't even finish that joke. Oh man! And then you said there's two of them.
Yeah,
there goes the neighborhood.
There goes.
You gotta let me get these jokes out.
There's two of them that goes the neighborhood. Woo!
Imagine,
but being a commentator and a sack by number 10.
Imagine growing up and being afraid to say your own fucking name. Jesus Christ.
See, I don't think he was. I don't think any of them were until it's like, oh shit, we're about to be in the public light. Okay.
Well, no, still grow. I mean, unless he grew up with a school that was pretty much all white or some shit, or like predominantly. Growing up, you would learn by the time you about fucking 11, 12, 13, especially high school, you like, that's a word that a little off limits to me. And so you're like,
okay. Yes, but also, especially if you're spending a lot of time in athletics. How many white athletes have you heard talk about the locker room people would be joking about you wanted the... If his name is built like that, I'm just saying, if his name is built like that and he's also good, I could see, depending on where he's at, especially if they're, you know what I'm saying. I could see situations, especially because at the end of the day, as long as he's not going out there and just straight up making the jokes himself, he's been dealing with those jokes his whole life. And so as long as he's been cool enough, it's like, I could see certain environments that he's in that people are cool with it. But no, he can't be going out here just being like, where my niggas at? He can't do that.
All his teachers were afraid to read the fucking attendance.
Yeah. The teachers are afraid. Other people are afraid to say his name. Him, I can see him being more okay. But Mark other people being scared to say his name. Yeah,
John F. Kennedy here.
And if it actually
Noah.
Yeah. Now I will say, if it's actually been pronounced, if it actually is pronounced Kanega, then yeah, he went his whole life not worrying. He never was scared to say his name. Other people are just scared to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just everyone that's seen it. And now, something that happened last week as well. Some announcer talking about a football player that had their own clothing line, some white announcer, or College Game Day or whatever. He's like, he also has his own clothing line, Link, which stands for Let a Naysayer Know. It is so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. And Pat McAfee's like, that is not what I thought that stood for. The two black guys on the commentary booth start laughing too. He's like, what? Let a naysayer know? Yeah, this is... They were like, the black guys are like, I thought we were going to have to fight on the set for a second. When you started, you were real smooth with that one. You just went straight into it. But yeah, and so I have seen the nickname for Noah Kanega be Noah Naysayer. But
let a naysayer know.
I mean, they had him talking about the clothing line on ESPN. You really think this old white dude's gonna be like, yes, it's LANK, which stands for Let a Nigga Know. On some Vince McMahon shit, and just kind of just dare you to say something about it? No.
Wasn't it? He's the HKIC. I was waiting to make this joke for about 2 minutes.
Let it
Let a naysayer know. What the fuck?
So now people are just using naysayer as a fucking naysayer, please, naysayer this, naysayer that, and then he went Noah Naysayer as his name. And I think Noah Naysayer is probably gonna be if he turns out to be good, because I mean, nigga's still in high school. I mean, Kanega's still in high school. He's still in high school. He could end up being bad senior year, be bad in college, and never get drafted. But I'm hoping it's the opposite.
Because you want that name out there.
I need this Kanega to be a star. Because it's funny to me, damn it.
Do you think
Madden 2003, if you know, you know. You know. Given the topic.
Oh.
Yeah.
He comes from a certain village.
City, but yes. Hey, they had a football team. They're a city, damn it. Ain't no village. J-Town wasn't no village.
We talked about that on a fucking podcast ago. But anyway,
yeah, now you can go look for it.
But anyway, what was I gonna say? Do you think that if he gets big, I'm talking like Tom Brady, Steph Curry levels of huge, that he at some point will feel the pressure to change his name?
I mean, he'll have nicknames.
He'll have nicknames, of course. Everybody has nicknames. But do you think that he'll feel the pressure to be like, ooh?
No. Again. If he's not out there, again, if other people are making jokes with the name and stuff.
Well, because people know that he's not, it's nothing he can do about it. And there's
exactly.
Right.
And it's technically, at the end of the day, if the family is to be believed, which who are you going to believe? If not the family, it's pronounced Kanega. Who knows how long them Kanegas have been around? They could have been around and have all kinds of stuff and have a whole long history to their name and be proud. I ain't gonna force the man to change his name.
No,
I just thought it'd be funnier, and I wouldn't force him to change the name if it was pronounced nigga.
At the end of the
now, will other people say it? Sure, but at the end of the day, would I want him to change his name? No, that's his name. If he changed his name from Mark Davis or Dave Thomas or some shit, some super white name.
Ooh, that shit.
To Noah nigga. Because he's like, I'm good at sports, so I'm gonna change my name to Noah nigga. Okay. It's like, oh, you need someone to catch those passes? I know a nigga who can. You need someone to sack them quarterbacks? I know a nigga who can. So I changed my name to Noah nigga. Yeah, okay, at that point, we got a problem.
Your ass down, all right?
We got a problem. If you're born and your name is Noah Kanega and it looks like a thing and everybody else want to make them jokes, you can laugh. Clearly it's your name. If you are being offended by your name, then change it. But clearly he's not, because his name alone caused him to raise up in virility amongst the internet. Like, you know what I mean? Their family went viral overnight because...
How could it not?
So, especially with that being part of it, nah. I wouldn't expect that man to change his name. There's so much... That's his moneymaker at this point.
That is true. If you went the opposite and started off with a normal name and changed it to that shit.
Yeah.
Then it'd be like, sit your ass down.
Like what's his name? The coldest to ever do it, Jackson or whatever the hell his name was.
Oh yeah, we talked about that on another episode. But
I got sad because his name wasn't actually the coldest to ever do it. Now, don't get me wrong, I would never name my kid something like the coldest to ever do it Jones. But if somebody else wanted to name their kid the coldest to ever do it, Jones, I just want him to be the best at whatever he goes at because I want that name to be accurate. Because it just has charisma built in.
Imagine somebody being named the coldest to ever do it, and then they were fucking shitty and everything.
Right?
They tried.
Yeah. That would suck. No, you gotta be the best. That's your
What's your
parents
nickname?
pigeonholing you from birth.
What's your nickname? Darius.
Darius.
Because he'd be afraid to say it because he know he suck ass.
Your name, the Darius.
What if I name my kid the coldest to ever do it, Tucker?
I mean, that's on you.
You wouldn't be like, as like the uncle of this kid. You wouldn't be like, Jazz, what the fuck wrong with you?
I mean, his name's I'm gonna be inspiring him to be the best. His name's the coldest to ever do
I would
it.
hope you'd be inspired to be the best if his name was motherfucking Paul.
Well, yeah, but there's less expectations out of Paul.
You should be inspiring him to be the best because of the fact that it's your fucking nephew, motherfucker.
Paul can be second place. The coldest to ever do it
You ain't shit.
has to be the coldest to ever do it. Like
No,
Paul,
but it's the
Paul
fact
can
that
no. I don't think you
Jazz
know. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. Paul can strive for first place, fall short, be second, and it's like it's okay, champ. You get him next time. The coldest to ever do it. This first to nothing. You out here, people are gonna assume you changed your name to that.
But what I'm
you
saying,
gotta be the best.
what I'm saying is you, as my best friend, should be supporting and uplifting and pushing my kid to be the best, regardless of what the fuck their name is. I could name him Shit Doodle McStinkface. You should be supporting him.
Again, shit doodle stink face. I'm going to support him trying to be the best. But when he gets, last place in something, I'm not going to be surprised. And it's like, well, it is what it is. We get him next time. There's no expectations for shit McDoodle face. There's
That's not even his name. You got his hypothetical name wrong. That's how much you don't love him.
There's no expectations.
Shit Doodle McStinkface.
Shit doodle McStink face. There's no expectations for shit doodle McStink face, okay? Actually, there may be. There's more. Actually, I'll
There's
say
gonna be bad expectations,
there's
real.
more expectations for shit doodle McStink face than there is for Paul. You don't expect nothing out of Paul. He's
You
another
expect Shit
Paul.
Doodle McStinkface to be a fucking nasty bitch.
Yeah, you don't expect anything good out of shit doodle McStink face. But you expect a lot just from
expect a
hearing
lot.
that name. The coldest to ever do it. Expectations. So that's what I'm saying is
But it's okay. I got one more question.
I'm gonna pressure them to be good, but I'm not gonna expect them to be the best and make them feel like, you know what I mean. It's a lot more supportive when you have wiggle room as opposed to motherfucker, you get out there and you do this shit.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's my
Coldest to
last
ever
question.
do it, nigga. And I'm not talking no K.
So that's my last question.
That's what Noah's gonna name his kid. The coldest to ever do it. Noah, the coldest to ever do it, nigga.
And then like his name with the last name first with the comma is gonna be nigga the coldest.
Nigga the coldest. That nigga the coldest. That nigga the coldest.
No, this is my question. So you thought the expectations of the coldest ever do it, right? So what you're saying is, if Paul falls short, if Shit Doodle McStinkface falls short, it's like, oh, okay, go back to your father, Jazz. Blah, blah. If the coldest,
Oh man, what the hell? Ain't you the coldest?
You know what I'm saying? So you gonna be fucking Uncle Pete, Uncle Amari,
Oh yeah,
and if he falls
you
short,
see me once a year?
I'm saying you gonna be.
What up,
Yeah, I'm gonna see you more than that.
I'm
What?
kidding. I'm just throwing shit out there.
Damn.
I mean, provided by then we both have a lot more money and shit and can travel more often.
Touche. But what I'm saying is so if he falls short, you're gonna be like, hey, Jazz, can you give me a little time with my nephew? Of course. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with your little dumb ass?
Maybe not as harsh, but the terminologies
You gonna
used.
smack him in the face?
The terminologies used for Paul Shit McDoodoo, Shit Doodoo McStinkface.
Can't even get his hypothetical
Shit
name right.
Doodoo McStinkface.
There it is.
And the coldest to ever do it. The terminologies used in these pep speeches, if there are any pep speeches to be had, will just be different. That's all I'm saying. You know, the shit with Doodoo stick face. Well, hey, you tried. We're good. Let's go home. Paul, hey, this you fall down, but you get up again. You know, it's okay to lose. It's okay to stumble. Pick yourself up. You know, get back up again. Get back up again. Coldest ever do it. Motherfucker, I thought you was the coldest.
Bro,
You know
what if you like 7 or 8 at the time?
Because people ain't cuss around you at age 7 or 8. Let's talk about it. No,
They did, but still, you know what I mean. But they did. That's a good.
but no, it's just like, so you're the
He
coldest.
never
right?
came at me like that, though.
If anything, even if I'm not yelling at him, I'm gonna make it where he's mad that he lost and wants to come back for revenge at this
I don't
shit.
want no 8-year-old wanting revenge.
He's gonna show them that he is named appropriately. His daddy chose and named him the coldest to ever do it. And damn it, he gonna make his daddy proud because he loves his daddy. He gonna make everybody proud.
8-year-old wanting revenge on anything.
If you don't, you want to be the coldest to what it's doing, you gotta have the competitive drive to be the best. When you got that competitive drive and someone beats you, you want to beat that motherfucker. Make them feel as bad as you do.
Well, yo,
Because they putting disrespect on your name. They're like, you looking mighty fucking warm over there. Looking mighty fucking warm. Might as well change your name to Shit Doodoo McStinkface. And it's like, nigga, all I got was second place. And they're like, second ain't the first, is it? You supposed to be the coldest. That's what they gonna say. I'm just prepping them for the rest of the world. It's harsh out here. You slip once and people think that you fucking broke your legs and were paralyzed. They want to bury you from falling once. But we're not gonna let the coldest do that. Because he's the coldest to ever do it. Now, this is Tucker. I don't care about the coldest to ever do it, Watson or whatever his real name is. Because his name ended up not actually being that. But,
right, we're talking. We the whole time we were speaking hypothetically about my kid, not the actual person, right?
Yeah, we have been saying so much the coldest to ever do it without saying that it was a hypothetical about your son, or emphasizing enough that was a hypothetical about your son. Hypothetical about his son, not about the real dude. It's not even the real dude's name.
Right. But speaking of all the hypotheticals aside, if you literally, because we went on for a minute, if you literally want to follow us on our respective socials, then if you want to, you can go ahead and find yours truly. I do make rap music from time to time. So if you would like to, you can follow me anywhere you stream your music. Look me up under the name Super Jaz. That's going to be spelled SUPERJAZ. Go ahead and type in the album that I put out back in 2021. Look for My Secret Identity. You might have to put in Super Jaz, My Secret Identity, because I'm not that famous yet. Also, if you want to find and follow me on Twitter, look me up under the handle SuperJazz2. That's SuperJazz number 2. And of course, on Instagram, you can go ahead and find me under the name Forever Super Jazz. The word forever is spelled correctly. Also, started a production company. We had the inaugural A Colored Funeral, the inaugural play back in June of last year, 2023. So if you would like to stay up to date with everything, with all the dealings of my production company, you can go ahead on Facebook and look up and give a like to the page Aquarian Rising Productions. That is Aquarian, not Aquarius. Yeah. I'm this close to finalizing that figurative ink on those pages that I've been talking about for about a month or so now. Once I finalize that shit, I'll be able to announce and feel more comfortable announcing my season, so to speak.
Nice.
So I'm finalizing something I got one show already planned, but I don't want to say it just yet. I got another show. I'm finalizing the details. So go ahead, like I said, like the page on Facebook, Aquarian Rising Productions, to stay up to date with what the hell I'm talking about. Where can they find you, sir?
Well, y'all know y'all can find me here every week, every Wednesday on the Whatever We Want podcast. You can also find me elsewhere on YouTube on the channel Feo Grande. That's Feo Grande. I do 2 shows over there, one every week, every Tuesday. I do both of them. I do both shows on that channel with a good friend of mine, a good friend of the show, Bill Smith.
Shout out to Bill.
Shout out to Bill indeed. Yes, we have 2 shows. One on Tuesdays called This Guy Hasn't Seen, where we trade movies back and forth. This week was Lagan. It's about cricket in Texas. Next week's about Sonic the Hedgehog. It's about Sonic the Hedgehog. And I also have a show on Saturdays on that channel where we talk about sports called You Don't Watch Sports. 2 guys, 3 topics, talking about some sports, some 3 things around sports in general. Help you sprinkle a little bit of information into your conversation as we're your guiding light through the sea that is sports talk. And I also have a Twitter and Twitch at Giotavi. It's Giotavi. Come on in, stop on by. We're streaming a lot more in 2024.
Word. Well, why don't we go ahead and tell them, Pete, what we going to talk about next time?
Whatever we want. Woo!
Be nice to yourself, everybody.
Be happy, damn it. Adiosness.
Got to come up with a new sign off for 2024 that's in the same vein of be nice to yourself. I'll figure it out.
Anyway, be happy, damn it.
Peace out.
That's in the same vein.
It is.